You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you now on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Roads Yet Traveled. So y'all, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go! Let's see, yep, right here, okay. Alright. I appreciate your concern, Marek, but I'll be fine. Anyways, so, we can't ask anyone else to come and get us anything, so few people even know what's really here. Marek looks between the two of us. Not worried, per se, more just concerned. Whether for himself or Marrow, I can't say. In the end, he sighs and capitulates. Alright, fine, but I've got to be fast. Can't afford to stand in any line, so sorry if it's not the best selection or whatever. That's fine. Just the best you can. Thank you. With that, he nods and heads out. But not before eyeing me up a bit as if to say, don't try anything. Trust me, in a fight between a 160 or so pound college student and a massive dog alien, I think I could call the winner. So, he looks worried. I guess it is concerning that I can understand them. Seems it has been I see it as beneficial for now. Maybe I can figure out some of this madness a bit faster this way. No idea how I can get them to understand me, though. Maybe charades really is the best strategy you have to go with right now. Marrow manages to arrange his thoughts and continue. Now, this may be a bit awkward after, well, everything. But I would appreciate it if I could still finish my medical examination, if that's alright. Oh, right. We were kind of in the middle of a doctor's appointment, weren't we? While this will do nothing for me, I'm sure there are dogs here just begging to get this information. Doc probably included. I suppose it couldn't hurt. I nod and he lets out a small sigh. At least he seems grateful. It's nice he asked first. I wasn't even thinking about if I had a choice or not. The rest of the appointment was fairly routine. Well, mostly, anyways. He checked my ears, my mouth, my eyes, and there were some less than routine parts, like when he tried to see if I had a tail, or inspected my head and asked why my fur was so short, or when he inspected my hand and tried to inspect my claws. It was nice feeling his hand, though. The pads aren't quite like skin, but they aren't as rough as a normal dog's. His claws still freak me out a bit, and as long as they aren't being brandished at me as a weapon, I think I'll be fine. He continued to talk to himself throughout the examination. He's very diligent, I suppose. I wonder what he'll say about me in his write-up. I noticed that there were only 2 tools left out of his bag. A roll of bandages, and a large pointy-looking device. Right, he did say he wanted to take some blood samples. I'm suddenly unsure if I should have allowed this examination to continue. Doc seems to have noticed the dip in my attitude. Or maybe just the change in my heart rate, and put 2 and 2 together. Oh, this? I promise, I'll make it as bearable as possible. But it would really help us out if we could get even the smallest sample from you. When we found out you were sentient and not some naked creature running around, I stopped the emergency team from taking samples while you were unconscious. It felt wrong. Of course, now that does mean you have to be conscious while I take them. I'm sorry, but I saw it as the only acceptable course of action. Wait, what? It's surprisingly thoughtful that he'd go out of his way for my well-being and rights while knowing so little about me. But that's just it. I'm an unknown to them. Why go out of your way to do all that? Seems like an inconvenience for them, and maybe now me as I stare down the needle. But I suppose he truly meant well by it. Thank you, Merowyn. Right. Well, before we deal with that, I'd like to change your bandages if that's alright. I simply nod and let him redress my wounds. They don't look as bad as I thought they might. But I do see now that I have a few stitches on my arm. Actually, on a closer inspection, the cuts look fused back together. I wonder if it'll leave a scar. Probably not. I will have to talk to Marek about this. They really did a number on you. After redressing my wounds, Doc gathers all his supplies and arranges the few last pieces needed for my little medical. Alright. Would you be okay if I were to try to take a sample of your blood? I promise I'll make it as manageable as possible. I'm an expert. Well, on my own species, anyway. I can't help but laugh. I don't know if he's trying to tell a joke, or if it just came out that way. I definitely don't want to do this. But he's been so considerate that I'm willing to give him a chance. I do hope he's an expert, though. I'd rather not get stabbed more than once. I lay out my arm for him, assuming that the act of taking blood is similar across our species. A poor assumption, but he seems to catch on well enough. Taking some kind of clear liquid, he swabs down a small section of my arm with one giant finger. A disinfectant, I'd guess. I'm still worried about the prospect of using alien medicine on my body. Now that there's a threshold for dying to alien medicine, but the less the better for now. 1 second, y'all. Water time. Okay. Oh, well, this is far easier without fur. attempting a non-invasive puncture of the subject. Locating a vein by the eye is far harder without proper scans. We'll need to schedule those when possible. A probable vein on forearm. We'll attempt there. He stops monologuing to himself and looks to me, gently grabbing my arm with his free hand. I'll do this the best I can. I promise. I can do nothing but trust him at this point, so I close my eyes and turn away. Waiting is always the worst part in these situations. Then, there it is. I can feel the needle pierce my skin. I'm still looking away, but I hope he got what he was looking for. I'd loathe to do this again. And then, as soon as it started, it stopped. I slowly opened my eyes and turned back to him. He takes a small red vial out of the device and gently places it in one of his pockets. I hear the door sliding open. Guess it's lunchtime. I rub my arm a bit. It's barely even sore. There, all done. I hope that wasn't too bad. It's impossible to gauge how patients will react to this kind of procedure. But you sat very still, so thank you. He stands up and moves a large paw over my head before stopping himself with a blank face. Doc? You good in there? He snaps out of it and pulls his hand back, adjusting his overcoat. Yes, of course. Right. Lunch. What did you bring us? No idea what that was about. Maybe something was in my hair. Anyways, I am curious to see what these things eat. And I guess what I'll be eating. It's only now crossed my mind that dogs on Earth either eat raw animals or dog food, so I'm pleasantly surprised to see plates of food that almost look recognizable. I walk closer to get a better look. Bonk. Oof! No way. Damn it! I forgot about the see-through wall stuff. Merrick, don't laugh. Are you okay? He puts a paw on my back to make sure I don't stumble over. Yeah. I gently push him away and approach the wall again. More carefully this time. I see now there are lines on the floor indicating where it is, as well as its not entirely translucent base. It's smooth to the touch, like glass. It's silken. Finally able to look outside, there isn't much to see besides Merrick's bench and our lunch, which happens to be quite nicely laid out over 2 trays. I guess he was really hungry too. There seems to be some kind of soup, a salad, a bun, some crackers, some rolled up things, and some kind of meat, maybe? Well, at least he didn't skimp on the variety. Oh, and a glass of what I can only assume is water. That's good. I was getting worried I would have to drink out of the sink again. It's also still on the other side of this confounding see-through wall, so I'm not really sure how this is going to work. Fortunately for me, Doc is already a few steps ahead, standing where the door should be. Now, I'm gonna go get your food. Please stay where you are, all right? All right. I'm still a bit of a prisoner, aren't I? I nod and step back a bit before Merrick messes with the device on his wrist and the wall retreats, allowing Doc to retrieve the meal for me. Or maybe for us. I thought I could eat everything there. But, bless me. Bless me. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah, my car was, coated in pollen this morning. Ugh. Fortunately, it's a short affair, and Doc is back with my lunch. And my only exit closes behind him. Guess any thought of escape is a bit silly, especially with Merrick's right there. I'm not really looking to be tackled again anytime soon. My stomach growls. Right, food first. Existential dread of being imprisoned by giant dogs later. Now that the tray is actually in the room, I realize the food actually smells pretty good as well. Like something homemade and hearty. But with a hint of something I can't put my finger on. Not really what I was expecting. Doc sets the tray in front of me and I'm first drawn to the crackers. It's by far the most boring option, but it seems like the safest bet. Although in truth I have no idea. This could all just be poison waiting to kill me. Suddenly struck with fear, I look to Doc for guidance, only to find his face portrays a worryingly similar expression. It's the same idea hit him as well. I give him a few seconds before he notices me staring. Oh, I'm not really sure what to offer you here. I could list out their ingredients and health benefits and even their chemical composition, but I'm not sure that would help you. Let's just be cautious and take this away. He removes the meaty pate-looking thing. And maybe this. And in the tray with the bun. Oh dear, maybe these two. There go the rolls. I can tell he's trying hard to make sure nothing here will mess with me. Although in truth, he has no way of knowing either way. I'm just worried there won't be any food left. I'd rather be safe than sorry, but I have to eat something. Doc, just let the pup try something. We're both a bit shocked to see Merrick standing over us, leaning on the wall. He seems to be eating some kind of burger or sandwich. It's got a foil wrapping and all. Wait a minute! What did he call me? Hey! I'll have you know I'm an adult! I yell, mockingly shaking my fist at him. He just scoffs and rolls his eyes. I suppose Merrick is right. I can't guarantee your safety if you try anything. And I'm sorry for that. I could run some tests, but... Well... Let's maybe just take it slow. I'm not really reassured this won't be my last meal. I don't see any other options. Well, beside cannibalism. but I think it's a bit early to gnaw my own leg off. Nevertheless, I still decide to start off easy. It may be too easy as I have the glass of water. I really have no idea how to tell if it's just normal water or something else. The water from the sink tasted normal, but who knows? Could be corroding my insides right now. That thought notwithstanding, I can't think of anything on Earth that doesn't drink water. Although, whether or not I'm still on Earth is another issue. Sniffing the water does nothing but draw a few strange looks from my hosts. It's, water. You do drink water, right? Dihydrogen monoxide? Glad to hear some things are the same around here. Once I've had a drink, I take one of the crackers and inspect it. It looks like a saltine, but breaking it in half shows it's flakier and less brittle. That's a common snack for us. It's more empty carbs than anything, but sometimes it's all you need. Well, here goes nothing. Bread. Well, there's a hint of sweet herbal seasoning. It's still fairly bland. All it has going for it is a soft texture. When I don't immediately start choking, I decide to finish the one I'm holding. Maybe we should stop here. We'll wait until anything happens. That way, if anything does, we'll know you shouldn't eat those again. Well, I agree with Merowyn's logic. I'm hungry now. I don't really relish the idea of only eating what is essentially bread and water for the foreseeable future. That was kind of already what I subsisted on back home. I simply shake my head no and reach for the salad. He looks worried, but he doesn't stop me. It seems Merrick was right in that regard. Kind of best to just get it over with. I don't remember salad being so purple back home. But that being said, when was the last time I had a salad anyway? While I'd like to say that's a common dish, as always, I advise our crew to eat well. I find more often than not that humble greens are ignored around here. That one in particular, though, does look a little barren. Merrick? Which cafeteria did you go to? Lower decks. Was the closest. Did you want me to splurge on a special order? For this? He gestures at me. Guess this facility or station or whatever is big enough to have multiple cafeterias. Well, no, but that salad makes me want to verify we're meeting everyone's dietary needs. Oh, one second, y'all. There we go, okay. It's fine, Doc. I keep it simple since it's for them. I suppose that was a safe assumption. Thank you. It's kind of thoughtful coming from him. Maybe he's not just some muscled-up jerk. I should probably know the guy for more than a day before judging him, although he did tackle me, and knocked me out. Well, his job is to worry about security, and right now my job is to try this salad. One second, y'all. Let me see how much time we have left. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Just enough time. Taking the first bite is pretty disappointing, but I mean, I guess I should have expected as much. It is just a bunch of leaves. The aftertaste has a nice kick to it, though. Doc just seems glad I'm not choking or breaking out in hives, which is fair. I'm sure he'd hate to lose a patient to a culinary roulette. Oh, this is one of my favorites! Marrow announces as I reach for my final dish. It's a traditional broth. It's pretty much exclusively made with vegetables. But I've seen some variations with meat instead. This one looks fine, though. It was created a long time ago by farmers for colder weather. But these days it's served all cycle. The soup has a beautiful bronze oil floating at the top, separate from the rest of the broth. A single unidentifiable ingredient rests on the bottom of the bowl. Bringing the bowl to my lips, I'm able to really take in the warm, hearty aroma of it. I'm glad it stayed warm for so long. Upon my first sip, I'm shocked by how spicy it is for something described as just vegetable broth. Fortunately, it's not too much and I can enjoy the rest of the soup. The rest of the meal continues about the same. I slowly finish my 3 small dishes while Doc makes small talk and Merrick leers at me. Not the worst family dinner I've had. Once I've finished and put all my dishes on the tray, I yawn and sit back a bit. I just realized I really have no idea what time it is. Looking around the room to see if maybe somehow I missed a giant clock reveals nothing of the sort. At a bit of a loss, I decide I might as well try to ask. Doc? What time is it? Those are about the expressions I expected. I try tapping my wrist, but maybe watches exist here? Oh, no, I don't have a monitor like Merrick's. Mine is... I must have left it somewhere. Merrick, I think they want to see your monitor. Is that okay? Well, it was worth a shot. But since Doc mentioned it, I might as well take this opportunity to check out his monitor or whatever he's called it. Yeah, Doc, I saw. What should I do? I've got important information on here. Just open it at least. Fine, fine. He lowers his paw to my eye level and feigns pressing some buttons in the air. Then a projection comes out of the bracelet. Wait, did he even touch it? I wonder if I can just tell where his hand is. I saw it from far away earlier, but I'm blown away by it now. This is like a real-life hologram or some sort of short-range projection. I can't even see any seams in it anywhere. It's like a band of pure bronze. It's even emitting light. I've got to get one. Alright, that's enough gawking at my personal stuff. Doc, it's getting late. You know the orders for dealing with, well, this? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Can I go to my quarters? Who's guarding this thing tonight? Merrick, you're the head of security. You're on security detail. I know we've never had to use these cells before, but we need them now. So please. Merrick just seems to be grumbling to himself, or maybe growling is a better word for it. I guess he's stuck with me, or rather, I'm stuck with him. I know you're tired, but you know how important this is. Yeah, whatever, Doc. I don't want to sleep in my own bed anyways. Marrow just sighs and turns to me. But please, understand that keeping you in here is just as much for your safety as it is for ours. We just want to make sure it's safe for both of us before we can let you out. I hope the accommodations are enough, but if you need anything, you can try to ask Merrick, and he will do his best to help you. He throws a pointed side eye to Merrick, who just looks away and scoffs. When the time comes to get out, I'll make sure you can see everything there is to see around here. And get you a better room. But for now, it is getting late, and I've still got some tests to run today. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you. With that, he turns and heads for the door. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or a tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!